Kids can be so cruel.
Did you go by Mike or Michael?
The funny thing is, neither. I was Mike Rowe.
You were always Mike.
Always Mike Rowe. I swear, even if the teacher was taking roll, it'd be Steven, Taylor, Jacob, Eric, Mike Rowe, Frank,
Yeah.
It's just like,
It's kind of like just one name, like Madonna.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
Somebody cue the music.
So the crew and I are back on the road,
Welcome to the Great Pacific Northwest.
searching America for bloody do-gooders. People who are slightly better than us, doing nice things for their community in a completely selfless way.
This is unreal. How did this happen?
It's pretty simple. We find them, we meet them, and then we surprise them.
Oh my God! I'm about to faint.
I'm Mike Rowe. This is Returning the Favor.
It's pretty
Is this the beginning of the show, you think?
I think the beginning of the show, I think, is his background.
No, I mean right now.
I think the beginning of the show, we're going to do a stand-up when we get over to Bragg because it's nicer visuals. So I think we'll do a stand-up.
I kind of feel like this is the beginning.
It could be.
I kind of feel like the editor already decided
I
it's the
wrote
beginning.
to Jacob that it could start with the BTS or it could start with a stand-up.
You just never know how it's going to start, but I'll tell you what I know. Steve Sims is back on the case. We got a line on a guy named Carlos, and we're here in Yuma, Arizona. His family owns this restaurant. We're going to learn about the journey of a guy who used to be bullied, who became a bully, and now is helping people not be bullies. By what? Beating the bully out of them.
Yeah, in a very, and he'll explain it better than I can. It's a very productive way on how
That's
he
hard
does
to
it.
believe, Steve.
It's
Are you actually telling me that Carlos Flores is going to explain this better than you? Is that actually what
God,
you're
I
telling
hope
me?
My name's Carlos Flores. I'm from Yuma, Arizona. I've been helping kids for a long, long time. BRAG stands for Bully Rehab Awareness Gym. We bring in a bully and we try to rehab them. Same way that we bring in somebody that's been bullied and we rehab them to be confident.
I'm going to go in and meet our guy.
All right, let's do it.
All right, fantastic.
Carlos Flores is a retired mixed martial arts fighter who's waged an all-out war on bullying. We got his nomination from the RTF Facebook page. This is his family's restaurant, and Carlos is on a break. Seems like a good time to say hello.
Hey, Carlos. I want to introduce you to,
Holy Carlos said a bad word, man. How are you? Mike, it's good to meet you. Don't get him. Hey, how are you, Mike? How are you?
I'm Hugs, man.
We're hugging? Right out of the gate with a hug?
That is awesome.
How are you?
Holy hell. What are you doing here?
You know, everybody's got to be somewhere.
Somebody's got to do it?
That's basically the idea. Yuma, huh? I love it.
Yeah.
So, have you been here your whole life?
Born and raised in Yuma, Arizona. There's sand dunes to your left, there's a river to your right, and there's Vegas and Mexico to your other side. So, what more do you want?
That's it. So, the gym that you opened, was it opened for the purpose of anti-bullying?
When I retired from MMA, I was already helping kids, and I liked it, and I ran with it. I love waking up doing what I do every day. To me, they're my children.
Did you grow up sort of hard scrabble?
Yeah, well, there was a lot of gang at the time. You either were part of the gang or you weren't.
Or you weren't?
Being a soft-spoken kid, it was tough being a kid. You got beat up all the time. Being bullied was tough for me to approach my dad. My dad was a professional boxer, 18-0.
I know boxers, and I know tough guys. And I know tough guys that are boxers.
Yeah.
Right? And
Well, he grew up in Puerto Rico, so you
So
could
he's a tough
imagine
guy.
how tough it was. Trying to approach your dad when you think that he's the toughest guy in the world is tough.
Yeah.
So I held it in for a long, long time until, I had a situation on the bus where a guy punched me from behind. It ended up doing damage to my jaw. I had a small hairline fraction on my jaw. And my dad shows up and, I tell him what happened. He goes, "Why would you never tell me this, son?"
Yeah.
And it just shocked me because here, this whole time, I could have been helped, yet I was afraid.
Okay, so you and your dad have a moment. You realize that he is there as a resource for you. You can talk to him. When do you feel like you stopped becoming bullied?
When I started wrestling in junior high, I started becoming the bully. Yeah. My dad is my biggest mentor. And he says, "Well, son, let me tell you something. You were not raised that way. You weren't raised to be a bully. You know what you have to do."
You can't really talk about bullying without talking about the importance of fathers. Carlos cares deeply about his.
I want to be able to help both people, both the bully and the person bullied.
Because you were both.
And I believe that the bully needs more help. Because a person who's been bullied, you can make them strong. A person who's been a bully, they have a lot of work to do.
So how do you do it? I mean, you're talking about real kind of psychological unpacking.
Say you came in and you've been bullied, you need strength. I say, all right, well, I'm gonna teach you how to box to give you strength. Now, if you beat people up, I don't wanna show you how to box.
Right.
So we go to the avenue of judo. It's called the gentle way. When a person can learn that respect and that honor, they start to value a little bit more who they are. So that's what we do.
So where's your gym?
By the base.
Steve-O, what's the plan?
So here's the plan. You know, if you're up for it, I'd love for you to give Mike a quick little tour of the Mexi Burger.
Sure.
And then we'll let you get back to work, and
Sure.
we'll meet you over at the gym in a little bit.
Okay.
That's a good plan. Visiting the gym sounds like fun, but it would be rude to leave without eating at least one Mexi Burger.
This is my mother and my father's dream, and I want to retire my parents. I want them to enjoy life.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had a vacation in over 40 years.
So when he's not trying to solve the bullying problem, he's trying to set up his parents' retirement. Yeah, he's that guy.
Oh my God. That's a good burger. This is not a food show, but I'm just saying, it could be.
Pretty amazing.
Well, I don't know about you, but after a large, satisfying Mexi Burger, nothing I enjoy more than going to the local gym. Carlos is inside. This is the no bully zone. It's actually called Brag. And if I remember right, that's the, Steve, tell me what it is again?
Bully Rehabilitation.
Bully Rehabilitation
Awareness Gym.
Awareness Gym. Let's go in, shall we? Steve, that was pretty good. We're gonna have to let you go after this one, though.
Yeah.
How's my ass looking, these, Josh?
So I'll give you a tour.
Yeah, please.
You want to come check it out? This would be our boxing area. This part here is our wrestling area. These mats were donated by a local high school.
So where are
pretty
you
cool.
without donations?
Tough.
Yeah.
This town has some really great people. I have an amazing friend.
Well, what about the
He saved
building
us.
itself?
The building, here we go. You ready for some tears?
Oh.
3 years ago, we had our building and situations made us lose it. And we didn't have a place to train. I made a Facebook post and I said, I need you. I need anybody that's out there to help me. I need a building to house our kids for what we do. This amazing man named Frank Carrillo happened to see my Facebook post. And he said, I want to do it. I want to help them. And I would have loved for you to meet him. All right?
When did he die?
He passed away in November. It's a major loss to our community. He was an amazing man, and he did a lot for us. And if it wasn't for him, we would not be here.
Which means we wouldn't be here either. And that means our gift to Carlos will be made in Frank's honor.
For the 3 years that I had the chance to have him, he helped us, man.
Let me tell you something. He's still here.
He is.
And everything you do from now on, you're his legacy. No pressure. But
Carry his picture in my Bronco at all times, you know, because I feel he guides me, so I can't give up now. You know, it's something that I have to continue doing because it is his legacy.
Here in the heat of Yuma, Arizona, Carlos Flores has built a gym to help end the bullying epidemic. And the results are impressive.
the obstacle course.
Yeah, this is our obstacle course training, and if you can see, these are kids that at one point probably couldn't do stuff like that.
Is this stuff purchased or donated? The ropes, the free weights, the...
It was all, I purchased it.
Yeah.
So we don't have equipment that you would go and find like at major CrossFit gyms because we don't have the funds for something like that.
A proper obstacle course would give Bragg something more to brag about. So, we're going to build a state-of-the-art obstacle course, give it to Carlos, and dedicate it to Frank. We're also going to cool this place down. Not only are these kids using makeshift gear, They're working out in a room where the temperature can rise to 120 degrees.
The judo program.
Yes, this is a soul of our gym.
What brought them here?
You know, Vladimir, he was a bully. A brown belt right there. The guy in the green belt, Jose, he was bullied really, really bad and just had a lot of trouble going on in his life. He became a bully. He was really behind in high school. They didn't think he was going to graduate. Not only did he graduated early and he's in college. This place helps people feel better about themselves.
There seems to be a common story here. Kids who are bullied often become bullies themselves.
When were you first exposed to judo?
2015. It changed my life
What was your life like? Why were you angry?
because I was getting really bullied. You know what? I told my parents I'd be wrestling. I know this will help me out, lose weight. So it did. I was undefeated in high school. I became so more aggressive. I'm like, you know what? If these kids like want to be so tough on me, I'll be tough on them.
You went from essentially a victim to a not nice guy, and then had to somehow figure out, you know, how to back away from it or restart or what?
I think of myself, these kids that doesn't deserve it at all. Like, this is not who I am. Like, I want to make a change.
So was it here when you decided that it would be better not to be a bully?
Yes. It changed my life course, and I became this person, and I really love who I am.
This gym has brought a lot to me. It's not just a gym, you know, it's a family.
Were you bullied?
Yes, I was bullied
Bad?
a lot with my weight. The 8th grade, I decided to do online homeschool due to all the bullying that I was
That bad?
being into.
Yeah.
And I decided to do online until actually this year. I decided to go back and I felt really comfortable with myself.
You see cases where kids, you know, take their lives because of it.
You think you've saved lives here?
He saved lives.
We all save lives.
Maybe it has to do with social media or the culture or fractured father-son relationships. Whatever the cause, the numbers are scary. Today, 1 out of 5 kids report being bullied, and those kids are 250% more likely to attempt suicide than kids who are not bullied.
Were you bullied, Mike, as a kid?
I was big for my age, and my voice changed when I was really young too. So I was kind of just weird and large and talked like Lurch. People called me Lurch, in fact. I got hit in the face once with a history book by a kid. He broke my nose, pushed it all the way over the side of my face. And on top of everything else, there was a big, goofy kid with a deep voice and a funny-looking nose.
But looking back, no, I was never bullied. I got teased, sure, and I got slapped around once or twice, but I never felt helpless. And that's the difference. To feel bullied is to feel helpless, to have no sanctuary. Well, Carlos's gym is a sanctuary, and we want to make it even better.
So we're going to build an obstacle course in the gym that a guy named Frank inspired Carlos to build.
Yeah, we're going to make it the Frank Carrillo Memorial Obstacle Course. So we'll be bringing all that in tonight for the overnight build.
In other words, the obstacle course gets built as soon as we can get Carlos out of his gym and back to his restaurant. Meanwhile, I'm off to see where Bragg was started, which just happens to be the same place where Carlos was started.
Hey, I watch you all the time.
Oh, how are you?
You're my idol.
Oh, come on. You still boxing at all?
Once in a while, I get out there and I get,
Yeah.
there's my,
That's the card?
that's when I was quite young there,
Now, was there a gym here?
right there. They get in there, you bring the guys in there. Yeah. And I said, son, you're tearing up my house. And then I finally said, we gotta do something. So I took over there, the garage, and he put his pads out there, still there and
Is
everything.
it? Can I see that?
Sure.
So many ambitious ideas begin in the cradle of modesty. From their thriving restaurant to this fully functioning gym that's now helping hundreds of kids all over Yuma, it's important to stand in the cluttered garage where it all began, with the parents who made it all possible.
You raised an amazing kid. You should be just so proud.
He's not a selfish person. He gives more than what he receives. I'm a sissy. I get tears right away, but I love it.
I don't think you're a sissy, Elmo. I
Oh, yeah.
don't think sissy's the right word.
He's just a dad who raised his kid to give a damn. And now, he and his wife have plenty of reason to feel proud.
We're gonna have a little surprise for your son tomorrow. You know, some cake and ice cream and stuff. You guys,
Good.
you'll
I
come
like
by?
cake and ice cream.
Good. Don't tell him. We want to surprise him.
Okay, so maybe a little more than cake and ice cream. Over the years, Carlos has trained almost 1,000 kids on a shoestring budget. And now, with the Frank Carrillo Memorial Obstacle Course in place, a whole new batch of kids will have the equipment they need.
Brandon will now demonstrate the 5 steps. Oh. Okay, that's Sarah. She's done this before. Steve, did you want to demo this? I didn't remember if you told me that you were...
No. No, I guess we give it a whirl.
Do it.
Doing this for Carlos. Yay! Well, there we go.
Good night, everybody.
Why do I keep getting these episodes? Why can't you give me like a food episode or something?
Go eat the spear.
Watching this footage, it occurred to me that Steve might feel bullied by my good-natured ribbing. When I asked him about it later, he just laughed, told me to go f myself, which is code for we're good.
This reveal is what you call a classic surprise party reveal. I'm going to meet Carlos outside, and then we're going to come inside. And when we do, you all are going to yell, surprise. He's going to love it. You only have one line. What is it? Surprise. You guys are very smart.
Inside, Carlos's students, friends, and members of the community are here to surprise him. Now, all we have to do is wait.
Clearly, we have a little too much time on our hands.
All right, guys, Carlos is pulling in right now.
Carlos mentioned that he carried a tribute to Frank in his truck. I thought maybe I'd give it a look before we go in.
Hey, I wanted to see some pictures of Frank.
Oh, I have his eulogy that I carry with me.
Frank was born in Modesto, California. Frank's joy in life revolves around his family, friends, and the difference he makes in the community. His work as executive director for Habitat for Humanity was rewarding as well as challenging. He has always believed that humanity is inherently good, and he trusted everyone. Frank, you'll be missed and will forever be in our hearts.
Pretty amazing, huh? I carry this with me all the time. And just know that, you know, I'm having a bad day and you think that you can't find a solution. And so I'll sit in the truck and pull it out, read it, and I just say, I got you.
Along with family and friends and community members, we invited Frank's widow, Nancy. She said she wouldn't miss it, and here she is.
You were lucky to have him, man.
I was. I wish I would have been able to have him for a lot more, but...
Well, listen, I don't want to suck up your whole day. We got a few more quick things to do inside.
All right.
You know what? I'm not going to brag, but I was getting pretty good.
Oh, you know what? You can only do it with my cell phone.
Oh, with one hand for balance?
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be like a balance thing, you know?
Come with me. Nice gym. Nice family. Nice friends. We've been lying to you. The show we've been working on is called Returning the Favor, and there's nobody better suited to have a favor returned than you. So we learned that an obstacle course was at the center of what you're doing here. And we thought, well, maybe we could help. And so, where's Sarah? Back there. These guys last night came in here and put together a state-of-the-art obstacle course. It's great for the kids. It can be adjusted for the grown-ups. It gets warm, like 120. We've got these 2 giant portable evaporative coolers from Portacool that'll cool this place down, plus dozens of boxing gloves from our friends at Everlast. But mostly what we have for you is our sincere thanks for doing what you've done. We wanted Nancy to come because we listened as well to everything you said about Frank. We get it. We admire him so much, and we admire you. Gentlemen, if you'd be so kind. This is your gym.
Best feeling in the world. Because at that moment, I felt that, you know, Frank was here.
Thank you so much. Thanks, pal.
Oh, my God.
Come on up, everybody, and say hello.
Thanks for all you do.
Of course, man.
You deserve it. Thank you.
The bullying problem is real, and Carlos can't fix it alone. But his relationship with the men in his life, his dad and his mentor, Frank, that's a big part of what's missing for so many kids who wind up being bullied or bullying others. That's got to change. But until it does, it's nice to know a retired fighter is making a real difference in Yuma, one kid at a time. And it's encouraging to know that others will follow his lead.
Thank you to every single person that comes to this place and believes in our mission. It hasn't been easy. I hate crying, so I love you all.
All right, then. The favor has been returned in Yuma, Arizona. Carlos is happy, his dad's happy, his mom's happy, although I don't know where any of them are now. I don't know where I'm going next either. That's up to you. If you have an idea for returning the favor, drop me a line. And the crew and I will come to you. All right, then. Be careful out there. No, I'm not going to try it.